What's up, everybody? I'm on my last meal of the day right now. So yesterday I slept in a little bit because it's a day off of work today. So I woke up a little bit later, and that kind of pushes the meals behind. I've been in my off season now for many months. I'm not exactly force feeding, but I'm getting to the point where this last meal really sucks to eat. And I thought this would be a good time to film. It's a bit hard for me to coordinate all the things I eat throughout the day, just because I'm like either at work or like running around, so it's a bit hard. Like a lot of times I'm eating a meal on the go somewhere in my car in Tupperware, cold. Like that is, I would say 85 to 90% of all the meals I eat are like that. You just got to do what it takes. And especially now, I have to be a lot more cognizant about the timing of these things, because if I'm not watching the clock, looking at my watch, and I push things back too far, I can't just keep eating meals on top of each other at this point. Post-cut appetite is long gone. It just is. It sucks to eat right now. I'm actually allotted a cheat meal every week, and I'm at the point where I'm choosing not to take it because like I just can't fit it in. I can't. I'm supposed to eat that like on top of my meals, and that's just not going to happen. Like, it's not a priority. It's not. Like today, I had 2 donuts on top of all this food, and like that already screwed me up. But I wanted them. And I haven't been having cheat meals, so I just threw them in. But yeah, that's where it's at. So, meal one is 60 grams of oats weighed dry, 8 ounces of egg whites, and 50-gram protein shake, as well as 16 grams of peanut butter. 16 grams of peanut butter. That's right. I'm sorry. It's late, everybody. Second meal is probably the lightest one. 9 ounces of cooked chicken breast with 175 grams cooked rice. Then we got 9 ounces of shrimp with 210 grams of white rice. After that, we got 8 ounces of beef with 250 grams of cooked rice. I'm going to the gym then, and I'm having an intra-workout shake, but before that, I'm also slamming a whole bunch of carb powder. So that's an extra 70 grams of sugar altogether. So what is that? 70 times 4. That's an extra 280 calories right there. Immediately post-workout, I am having a 60-gram whey shake with 60 grams of cream of rice, weighed dry in there, which is also a really good tip. So, like when you're cutting and you have cream of rice, by the way, cream of rice absorbs very fast. That's why it's the perfect post-workout thing to throw in. It's like literally has the consistency of sand, like to give you an idea, and like no taste. So, when you're cutting, like it's awesome because you could just cook it and it absorbs water like crazy. Like just this tiny little bit will expand like crazy, get a bunch of food in. Like that is not good for me right now. It's not. I just put the stuff into my whey shake, and it takes up almost no extra room, and I could just slam it down opposed to cooking it with water and now having this big bowl of mush in front of me. And then after that, I'm at the meal I'm at right now, which is literally just 11 ounces of cooked meat. Well, actually, it's supposed to be just 11 ounces of shrimp, but I'm going to be honest, I've been wiggling around a little bit because I'm not only, one, sick of shrimp, and like whitefish in general, but two, I'm allotted to be a little funny with the fat intake right now. So I have, what I usually do is I mix 7 ounces of shrimp with 5 ounces of ground beef, just to make it a little bit easier to eat. And I throw I'm throwing Frank's Red Hot and everything. I always do. Like it, at first, putting hot sauce on things, that was like my go-to, like I'm cutting thing to do. Like the second I would start getting in a calorie deficit and like throw up in my cardio and stuff, I'm like, oh, hot sauce on everything. Frank's Red Hot, let's go. But it kind of stuck with me after this past year, so I've just been doing that. Yeah, my arms look real small on camera right now. That sucks. That sucks. I'm sitting at 230 pounds right now, 6 feet tall. So, actually 6 feet tall, not like a 5'9" guy saying they're 6 feet tall. I hear that happens a lot. But yeah, so I'm already up like an hour and a half past when I'm supposed to go to bed. I took a 2-hour nap earlier, which like also like I gotta time the nap out if I want to take the nap, right? Like it's gotta be like immediately after a meal. So that way I could lay down an hour and a half, 2 hours, and wake up in time for another meal. Like I can't just eat and then screw around for an hour and a half and then take a nap, because now I woke up too late. My meal timing's thrown off. Like that's not allowable. Allowable. Yeah, what I said. So, you know, it's just what it takes. You can't be skipping meals. So I'm up more late than I'd like to be, just to eat this, and I've just spent 5 or 6 minutes talking to a camera instead of beginning to eat it, because I'm already like kind of nauseous and sick to my stomach. Like another big thing too, and it's especially more prevalent on back and leg days for me. Like once I'm done training either of those muscle groups, my appetite is completely shot for the rest of the day. I don't know if it's probably because of the amount of stress you're putting on your body to do that stuff, like stabilizing your whole torso with like a ton of weight. But sorry, it's actually my guilty pleasure. I love drinking LaCroix. I'm a white girl at heart, so I don't care. I love it. Yeah, so I'm gonna scarf this down. I'd really like to get a video going where I go over like every single meal in detail. I don't think just taking pictures of it's justice, because I just rattled it all off for you, and I don't know if like anyone could like visualize how much food that is, but it's a lot of freaking food. It's not like most of these things are not weighed cooked or not weighed uncooked. Like it's a lot of food to stomach, and we just keep on trucking through, everybody. Oh yeah, people are also like, well, how do you know what to eat or when to increase? Like, look, I coach people. It's a ton easier when you're monitoring someone else, right? Like you know the objective things that need to happen and when. It's a lot harder when you're doing it with yourself, right? Like leading up into this week, I'll give you like just a good example actually. Like I had a whole almost month of like fluctuating between the same like pound or 2 pounds, and like in your own head you're like, what the hell, like what, I need to up the food now, like this shouldn't be happening. But it takes because you're living in your own skin every day, it's a lot more difficult. So you're like, oh, things aren't changing as fast as they should. I gotta start hammering the food in more. I'm gonna start changing this, changing that. And my coach made the call. He's like, no, we're not going to do that. We're in a good spot. Like you're looking better, and you're holding that weight. Like things are moving in the right direction. And it takes someone like that. If you have the option to have a mentor in anything you do, like why would you not take that? I never understood. It's like I feel like fitness is like the only thing people are like that about. Like no one's like, why does Tom Brady have a quarterback coach? Like no one gets like that about anything else. It's like literally cheat codes. Like you're saving yourself so much time of figuring things out on your own by just having someone give you guidance. And I don't know why you wouldn't capitalize that if you had the ability. And by the way, this is like coming from me who used to not think that. Like most of the things I talk about is coming from a place of like me thinking the opposite before when I was younger and more ignorant. And my hope and aim is that I can get more people to open their minds a little bit more, become less ignorant, and realize like you really don't know anything. That's like the kind of like the circle with fitness, right? You start working out, you don't know anything. You start working out like a year or two. Now you think you know everything. Now you made a little bit of gains. You're doing things in a real specific way. You think your way is the only way. It's the only way it's going to work. It worked for you. It has to work for everyone. Like that's the only way to do things. Anyone else who does anything different is stupid and wrong. And some people don't grow out of that. They just don't. I even myself, I think like I was stuck in that phase longer than I needed to be. But yeah, like some people will be in the gym 9 years and they'll still be thinking like that. And like those people stop making progress after like year 3. They just did. They stopped making progress. They've been maintaining the same crappy physique for like 6 years now. Still think the same things ignorantly and with no reason, and don't even think about changing anything. They're like well, I got this far doing this. I'm going to keep riding it out despite not having my body improve at all over many years. Like, why would you think that? Why? Can you explain why? They can't. I mean, they'll give you justifications that they think are reasonable, but they're not. Like your physique hasn't changed at all. I don't know what you think's going on. It's not what's happening. But I mean, I could go into that forever. Like, that bugs me a lot. It bugs me a lot because, like, people leave so much progress on the table because of their mental state and not because of their physical ability. And I mean, that's sad. Like, I want everyone to be like the best version that they can be in whatever they want to. So, like, when someone's just like has a real shitty attitude, like, that bothers me. It bothers me. I mean, because I used to have one of those, and like because I think that's like part of getting older too. Is like you realize how much time you wasted being an asshole, and like you don't want other people to do that. But then like there's also the fact that like people need to experience those things to grow. But like it bothers you even more that some people just don't grow. And I don't know. These are at least my late night thoughts. I'm gonna start eating this food now. Yeah. So I've actually, man, this sucks. First bite, it sucks. I've actually been preferring to not heat the shrimp up too much, because it's a lot easier. Like, shrimp just gets way too dehydrated way too quick, and now it's like more hard but still rubbery, like getting stuck between your teeth with every bite. I hate it. I'd rather have it soft and like easily chewable. So if anything, I like want to heat it up to like lukewarm state, which I know probably sounds gross, but like I don't care about how good the food is. I care about what I need to eat to get better. I get that some people aren't like that. Some people also don't like to be the best they could be. What are you gonna do? I know this probably seems like unsavory, or like at least someone thinks that, but I've gotten so much criticism. Like I had an ex-girlfriend before who was also like up my ass. Like, you need to curate your content. Like, you're not presenting yourself in like a more like esteemable way, which basically meant like present a fake version of yourself online, which like most people condone and like want to do. And I always thought that's freaking stupid. Like, why don't you just be yourself? Why? Like, there's so many people that are out of the gym and they're like this is how they're scarfing down the last meal, but like they're not. They're like, damn. Like, let me get a fancy plate out. Let me prepare everything on the plate very nice. Let me take a picture and snapshot it like that. Let me like, come on, man. That's not how you're eating all your stuff. Why are you doing that? This meal is rough. Like, in my mind, I'm like anxiously focused on the fact that this is a video, so I don't want there to be like dead air while I'm chewing food. But at the same time, I need to chew this food, everybody. There's actually something in common with people bulking for a long time and amphetamine abusers. They both chew their food for way too long. Not gonna lie, I'm actually like pretty bothered at how small my arms look in this lighting. But what are you gonna do? I feel like one day I'm gonna have professionally big arms, and I'm gonna look back at something like this. I'm gonna be like, of course you had small arms. What are you talking about? All right, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna cut this video short. I'm having a really rough time eating this meal, talking to a camera. So I'm gonna finish this off camera and probably come back. Damn it.